Welcome to the Ayurveda class. Let's start the session with the chanting 3 times Om along with Shanti. Close your eyes, correct your alignment, keep your back, neck straight, aligned, relax, and take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation, deep, prolonged, slow exhalation. Inhale for the Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palms. Rub your palm. Place on your eyes. Feel the warmness. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om Shanti to all. So today we're gonna talk about the importance of the healthy and long life according to the Ayurveda, and what Ayurveda actually, the Ayurvedic text which is Ashtanga Hridayam. I'll use the reference of that book, which is written by the Swami Vagbharji, and he did the actually research on the Ayurveda and then he wrote it down that book. So Ashtanga Hridayam, the very first chapter, talked about the importance and major principle of the Ayurveda. There are 4. I talked about in the previous session that how the principle of the Ayurveda, right? We discussed about already maintaining the health, right? And preserving the health and finding the cure. But why we require to doing it and why it is important in today in modern world as well. Okay, so let's start answering these questions. These are the very common questions. So there are 4 purposes of the human being. According to the, maybe you have your own purpose. Somebody want to climb the mountain, do the trekking. Some people want to travel the world. Some just want to experience varieties of the food, or some just want to get married, having kids. These days, or great musician, whatever goals you have set. Some want to do business, some wanted to do, attain the fame, name. We have so many desires, right? So Ayurveda also talks about the goals, and for that you require the long and healthy life. So what are the major goals of the human being? He basically he divided into the 4 categories. So whatever goal you are having, whatever purpose you have decided, it's going to fall into these categories, which I have wrote it down on the whiteboard. The very first purpose of the human being is earth. The pronunciation is earth. Earth means to earn the money. Earn the money is very basic requirement for the human being, right? Everybody around you, they are doing day-to-day activity, doing the job, 8 to 9 hours job to earn the money, right? But can you imagine if you're sick, you're unhealthy, you're having the disease, can you earn the money? Can you earn the bread and butter for your family? Even today in modern world, if you're applying in any organization, before that you have to submit the health certificate. You have to go to the checkup, the health checkup. If you get the fitness certificate, then you are capable to join that organization. It could be any organization. So even in today, even if you're sick, even physically, mentally, you are unfit for working and you become the burden. So you require the help. And why long? Because 20 years you are polishing your skill. After 20 years or 18 years, then you can do any work. You can apply in any organization. Even polishing your skill, you require the time. So you require long lifespan. You wanted to be a doctor, engineer, whatever. You require the time to polishing your skills, your talent, or you're a musician, or you're a painter, whatever you want to follow, whatever profession you love to do, you're gonna pursue. You require time. Time means long life. You require long lifespan and with the health. So two things you require. It doesn't mean you're just getting the long life and then people have the long life but lying on the bed. They become burden on everywhere, on the society, on the nation, on family even. Family is also going through the pain, suffering, take caring you daily, spending the money on you. So, long and healthy life you require to earn the money. Then second is dharma. Dharma and earth is connected. Dharma means duty, rightful duty. Dharma, literal meaning duty here. Fulfilling your duty. Doing the right action. What do you mean by the right action? Like being a teacher, my duty to teach you, guide you. But I started misguiding you, make you convert you something else, religious belief like, oh, you have to be Hindu, you have to follow this kind of belief, and create the chaos in the society. Many other religion that there is a dispute between the different culture. Why? Because some people are converting the religious belief into the act of the terrorism. Because I'm believing this, other people are not believing, I'm spreading the hatred. So it's very much important, rightful duty. You are leader, fulfill your duty. You have to protect your nation, you have to protect your country, masses. You're king, you have the higher responsibility. You are a soldier, you have to fight. You're a doctor, save the life. Whatever profession you are doing, you have to. You are father, you are mother, take care of your home, take care of the children. You are a student, being a student, you have certain responsibility. Listen to your guru. Implement the teaching of the guru on yourself. So the duty which is you are already doing, you have to fulfill. Do right way. Just take the example, a doctor. A doctor profession is very, very great profession, very pious profession. We consider the doctor like a god, especially in India. We worship them because they saved the life. But there are many doctors, those who are corrupt, start selling the organs of the patient. They just considering you the number and then selling your organs, your kidney, your liver. And through that they are earning the money. It means that money, what do you think, will bring the happiness? No. It will bring the sadness, unhappiness to that person who is earning, because that doctor is sick, isn't it? He's a sick person. He's mentally sick. That's why he's selling the organs of the other people, not considering the life, creating the chaos in the society. People are now insecure. They are afraid from visiting to the doctor. Now in COVID situation, have you seen? Even in the COVID situation, the pharmaceutical companies turn into like a biggest business platform. Like people are just robbing you. They just want to earn more money. Doesn't matter you are dying or what. So this is the adharma, wrong action which you are doing, and by doing the wrong action, not fulfilling your duty, whatever money you are earning, artha, if you are earning the artha, which is not right way you are earning, then that will bring sadness to you, to your family, to your surrounding, to the whole country, to the nation. And this is the biggest example in this pandemic. Whole country, whole nation, whole world is suffering. So, artha and dharma. So, rightful duty, if you are, so being a soldier, whatever earning you are getting, being a teacher, whatever school is paying to me, and I'm guiding you, I'm not misguiding you, guiding you, then I'm fulfilling my duty. That money bring happiness to me and bring the happiness to my surrounding and to my family as well. And I am able to maintain the peace. So you have to earn the money, but rightfully. Then third is kama. This is the favorite one. Maybe you don't want to earn the money and not very like believing in the dharma, but you want to fulfill your duties, right? You want to fulfill your desire. Even practicing the dharma, a sick person cannot practice. If I got any problem, I'm not able to teach you, right? Guide you. I'm sick. So for dharma, I have to get the long life and healthy life. And even the third one, kama, fulfilling my desire. And if you want to fulfill your desire, tracking, traveling, cooking, get married, having kids, whatever, be a businessman, successful woman, musician, engineer, doctor, whatever desire you are having it, to fulfillment, enjoying your palace, you are having the luxury car, enjoying riding that, required what? Healthy life. Healthy and long life. You just born yesterday and you die tomorrow. The baby just born and he died. A very healthy baby. He died. How that baby gonna enjoy the luxury which his parent and her parents gonna provide? He born in the rich family, but he died tomorrow. He's not able to enjoy his life. So he required the long and healthy life. Maybe healthy life he's having, but long life. Okay, you get the long life, but you are sick. You're born with the diabetes, inherent diabetes. Now you cannot enjoy the delicious food. You can buy, your family can buy for you. But can you enjoy the sweets, the varieties of the sweets? No, you cannot. So you require both long and healthy life. Fulfillment, how you gonna track? How you gonna climb the mountain if you get the shortness of the breath? You are suffering from asthma. Are you gonna enjoy? You're out of breath. What you gonna enjoy? You get indigestion, cold, infection. How you gonna enjoy the luxury around you? So Ayurveda talks about, if you wanted to be a bhogi, great bhogi, a bhogi is a person who is seeking the pleasure, running after the pleasure. If you wanted that, still you required healthy and long life. Last but not least, moksha. The ultimate goal of the human being. You're born because to attain the moksha. The liberation, the freedom, ultimate goal. But now modern times, we talked about the freedom of what? Freedom of wearing the clothes. Freedom of smoking and drinking. Girls are fighting like when boys are doing, we have to smoke and drink. Why are you commenting on that? That is the freedom you're looking for it. But, or choosing the right partner, that is the freedom. No, we are talking about the freedom from all kind of suffering, all kind of pain, emotional, social, physiological, psychological pain, burden, all kind of pain and suffering on the foundation. We have the foundation, social pressure on you. You have to dress up like that, you have to look like that, you have to look beautiful. You know, girls are investing so much time to dress up good. That is a what? Constant fear that what happen if I get a wrinkle. Constant fear. Freedom from that. Freedom of getting into the marriage. Freedom of having the kids. The stereotype which imposed by the society on you. Freedom from that. Freedom from the toxic love. Freedom from the journal, the foundations, emotional level foundation, where you're depending on emotionally to on other person. Like somebody is gone in your life, you get into the depression. When you face the breakup, you just want to die. You're dependent. Your happiness is dependent. Momentary. Freedom from that momentary happiness, freedom from that dependency of the happiness. Moksha is take you towards the independent happiness, which make you and train you how to live your life, which is life completely free and independent. So this Ayurveda gonna teach you how you can be independent. So any person come to you and behave badly, your happiness is not gone, because your happiness is now independent. Your peace is not taken by somebody else, because you preserve your peace. You haven't given the key of your happiness to the other person, to your parents, to your society, to your loved beings, to your friend, to the strangers. You're not affected by their behavior pattern, their attitudes, because they go through the many up and downs. But they are affecting you. That has to be stopped. So that independent happiness, which is not gone by the other people's behavior, how they are behaving to you, but you secure your happiness and then you attain the bliss, ultimate bliss. Forever you are happy. Now, forever you remain happy. So moksha, ultimate goal. For attaining that goal, you require long and healthy life. A short lifespan, you cannot attain the moksha. And a sick person cannot practice the yoga, cannot practice. You cannot even think about doing the meditation if you're sick. You want to come out from the pain. If, just by giving you one small example, if some, throne is stuck to your feet, your soul, the pain, constant pain is coming to your body. Your whole mind would be there. You want to remove the throne first. So, any problem, especially physiological level, if you're sick, have at least through the practice of the Ayurveda, you can maintain your health and you're ready for the yoga. You can further practice the yoga. Yoga for the higher goal. Ayurveda is a preparation, maintaining your health so you can later on attain the moksha and liberation or the peace, whatever you want. So this is all about the major purpose of the human being. All whatever desire you're having, they're gonna fall into this category. So 4 purpose of the human being. In coming section, we're gonna talk about the Tridosha and the Agni. So till now, we're gonna end the session, the 3 time Om and Shanti. So come into the sitting posture. Keep your palm on the knee. Gently close your eyes, relax yourself. Go into your asana. Take a deep, prolonged, slow inhalation and exhalation. Now inhale for the Om. Take a deep breath. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Feel the vibration and sensation. Join your both palms. Wrap your palms. Place on your eyes. Very slowly while blinking, looking at your palm. Gently open up your eyes with a great smile and say Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Bless you guys. Meet you in the next session. Bye bye. Take care.